Boom, we're live
We're live. We made it.
on a snowy, blustery day. There's 10 inches of snow and more falling.
This is great. This is
Yeah.
perfect.
I didn't have to leave. We had a sleepover last night for my son's birthday, so the kids got picked up at 10 a.m., and
Oh, that's
I'm not going
awesome.
anywhere.
Yeah, no, it is the absolute I think this is like the reader's holiday because
Yeah.
we don't have to go anywhere. The stores are closed. Like, I don't know about you, but this is a holiday for me.
It's we gotta finish this podcast filming up as quick as possible so we can get back to reading.
Oh my gosh, yes. Gotta hurry it up.
So today we are going to talk about our series. We talked about this. I think we mentioned that that would be a good idea. Let's do something about series in a future episode. And
Mhm.
so, um, I sent you something on Facebook, or you sent it to me. I don't remember who it was, but
No, you sent it to me. You found it. And I said, "Oh, we're
okay.
doing this."
C Mass Books on Facebook.
Mhm.
He posts a bunch of stuff, and he did a series kind of prompt with these different things on here. And so we stole that. Want to give him credit, but we switched it up a little bit at the beginning. I think there's a
Mhm.
6 and a 5. That's now a 5 and a 6. But
Yeah.
it was cool. I liked the format that he had. So we're gonna steal that today, and we'll tag him in something so he gets credit. But
It's
yeah,
not stealing, it's creative restructuring for our podcast content.
you sound you should go into politics with that creative
Isn't
restructuring.
isn't that perfect though? Creative restructuring. I love
That's
it.
funny.
All right, so we have our series resolutions for 2026 because it's still January, it's still the new year, and everyone wants to be serious about resolutions. So, our series resolutions of 2026.
And we're going to, this is the same thing as like the books we want to get to kind of thing, but we have some series that we want to close out, some series that we want to pick
Mhm.
up. And you're not a big series person, so this was a challenge for you, huh?
No, oh my gosh. I realized I do not like to read series. Like, I have some, and I think there's so many of them because I just don't wanna finish them.
I had the same problem. We talked a little bit about that. I did not. I was like, I don't even want to start a series because I just don't want to read a long, drawn out series. And
Mhm.
now I'm on the other side of it going, no, I want to read the series. I want to read it all back to back and just like, wham, just cram them all in there. I don't want to wait for a series.
No, I don't wanna live in the series forever.
See, if there's a new series coming out, I will wait until there's at least a couple books. I'm not picking up book one and then just like being left in a hangover for 5 years or 3 years or whatever.
And
No.
see, I think that's my problem because a lot of the books that I have on here are books that, like, recently came out and you're waiting for the next book, and I think that's why I'm like, "Well, I'm kinda stuck."
Well, it's like running a race. You're like, oh, I'm so excited to start this race. And then there's like, all right, it's break time. Well,
Mhm.
now it's been 2 years later. It's time to get back in the race again. And you're like, I don't want to do that.
No, like, I don't wanna jump back into that. I don't
No.
know. I like to read and then be done, and then read and then be done. I don't like to read and then read something else and then wait 3 years and then read, because then you gotta go back and reread the first book because 'cause it's been 3 years.
100%.
Yeah. Alright,
Oh,
well, let's dig into it.
let's dive into it. So, our first section is 6 series that we want to finish.
I think this was the easiest for the both of us.
It was. It was originally 5, and we decided to make it 6 because we have a lot of these that we just wanna, like, close out. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
I will start,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna start with the obvious one. I'm gonna make you all wait. And, I'm gonna go
Everybody
with
knows what it is.
I know. Um, the 5th season, the Broken Earth trilogy by N.K. Jemisin.
Mhm.
I finally, after years of waiting, got around to book 1 in November when I was in Vegas, and I'm eager for book 2 and book 3 and just I love Jemison's writing, but something about that second person was really hard to read, and then a lot of the writing and the storytelling and the way that, she did that was very wonderful, but it takes, like, a you've gotta be locked in and just ready to ingest it, and so I
Mhm.
didn't go right to book 2, but I do wanna finish out book 2 and book 3 of that series and give it the love it deserves.
You gotta take your time with it.
I think I have to. I've been
Mhm.
we talked about this. I'm in a reading slump, everyone. It's my dirty little secret, and I currently have let me just give you a quick rundown on all the things I have started. I am 41% into Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro, 29% into Vanished Birds, 7% into Blood Slaves, 5% into Nevernight, and I have 2 other waiting. I can't find what I wanna listen to, I can't find what I wanna read.
I
I
told you what
just
to read. I told you what to read.
I've got plenty of deep fantasies on here that are really good. I just when I sit down, I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna read," and then I pick up my phone and doom scroll for a
Mhm.
little bit, or I turn on the TV, and then I don't read. So I'm hoping I can reset myself today on this lovely snowy snowstorm day and reset. And if I could, I picked up Blood Slaves as that African vampire story I talked about. I remember I
Mhm.
mentioned it to you or I sent you something, and I started it last night, and it is really good. And it's short, and I haven't read a horror in quite some time, so I'm like, maybe that's what I need. And so I'm trying to work on that now, but that's neither here nor there. I will find a way out of this slump.
I told you what to read.
I'm not reading Poppy War. You trying to kill me?
No, I'm not. It's great.
It's another series.
So you just read the first book. You'll be fine.
No, we just move on to yours. We're not talking about to you no more. Go on. You do yours.
All right. My first pick for 6 series we want to finish, I put Mistborn, book 2. I am going to read The Well of Ascension, and this is the second book, right? Will of Ascension?
Yes.
Wall of Ascension, okay. I am going to read book 2. When? I don't know, but I'm gonna read it.
How long? We don't know.
Nope, don't know. At least I made it
Listen,
through the first book, though. It only
the
took me,
world
like, a year and a
building
half.
doesn't get, like, greatly expanded. I think it does enough with there's some new races that kind of come
Mhm,
into play in book 2. You already understand the magic system with, all the metals.
mhm,
You get a little bit more in that, but then it starts to get into, like, the overarching plot,
mm,
and kind of what we're leading towards
okay.
after, all of the events of book 1. So, I
Mhm.
think you shouldn't take as long to read book 2 as you did
I
book
think I'm
1,
I think I'm
but
gonna
it's
do a
longer.
whole lot better with it. I think I am gonna do a whole lot better with it, and I'm
I
just
think
being
it's 35
optimistic.
hours on audio.
That's okay. So was the other one. That was 30 something hours.
I think it was 29, the original one, yeah.
I will say that if the audiobook for book 2 is structured like 1, I might have to put it down.
It's the same.
Oh, then I'll just take it off my list now.
No, you will
That
do it,
book
and
made
you
me
will be fine.
so mad with the audio because it didn't align with the book. So you'll go to, like, 1, but it would be, like, in the middle of a chapter or
Were you on
something.
Hoopla or were you on Libby?
I did both because they kept
Hoopla had an
expiring.
issue. I had an issue with that. I don't think that
Mhm.
that's the case with book 2, but I don't remember.
Okay, I'll have to try it out and see, and if it's the same,
It
I'm
is
letting you know
really
now, I'm
hard
putting it
to
down.
keep track. Yeah, I remember that in
Uh-huh.
book 1 going, "Why is it saying I'm here? I'm not here."
Mhm. That was difficult. Oh my gosh, that was so difficult.
You'll
Alright,
survive.
what's your next one?
My next one, since you just did Sanderson, I guess I'll do mine. I'm gonna finish out the rest of the Cosmere as a whole. Um,
Mhm.
and so that my goal is to be done by November because I have like 6-ish books. I've got 4 in a series. I think I've got a novella, and I think I've got the book that came out last year. And I think I'm good. There's like a graphic novel series that I'll get around to and something else, but the book that I'm investing in March I
Mhm.
will get the book in November. So somewhere around there.
Oh,
So I'm like,
so
I'd like to
perfect
be done
timing.
and caught up by then.
You'll totally get there. Just pick it up now.
I've got Alloy of Time, which is Mistborn Era 2, Book 1, and I've got the audio and the Kindle, and maybe that's
I'm
what I
just
need to
curious,
do.
did you start that one yet?
No.
I
It's
think
a
you need
very
to start
different
that one.
tone. I think so too.
Mhm.
Um, that's
'Cause you
probably
flew
what
through
I
you
need.
flew through them other ones. Put them other ones down, go back into the Cosmere, and I bet you be out of your slump.
Probably. I'd say that book series 2 is, they're like normal sized
Mhm.
books. They're like 350 to 400 pages.
Mhm.
But it's like a more comedic tone, I guess, to this fantasy. I guess Wax and Wayne are different characters that are heading up this section. I've heard this first book is a little tough to get
Mhm.
into, but then the rest of the books are just wonderful. So I probably should just do that. I should probably just
Mhm.
put everything else on hold. Emily told me the
Mhm.
same thing last night. Like, put everything down and start something new.
So then that's confirmation. Just put the rest down and pick up the book and read it. Hello.
Maybe. Listen, you make it sound so easy. Do you remember when you were in a reading slump?
No.
Oh, I do. You didn't want to read anything. Well, it was really tough after the women.
Yeah, that one was a good one. That was a really good one.
Yeah, you were like
I
nothing.
couldn't figure out what to read after that. That book was just so
It's
just
hard. And it's not like Beartown was like I loved Beartown, but I don't feel like
Mhm.
Beartown's the reason I was in that slump. I did enjoy it, but I just
Mhm.
feel like it's this new, fresh new year, and I don't know. I've got a fresh reading goal, and I'm
Mhm.
doing books here and there, but I'm like 3 books behind, y'all.
How many books have you read so far this month? We are so not even going according to plan. How many books did you read this month?
I think I'm at 5.
Okay, so you still have me beat. I'm at 2.
Emily's got 5. She is tied with me.
Okay. She being a rock
Yeah,
star.
she
Okay.
is, and she only needs to read 4 a
Okay.
month. Basically, it's 1 a week, and
Mhm.
she's ahead, plus she's moving on to our book club book, um, and something else. So, like, I
Oh, that makes me
I
happy.
should have at least
Mhm.
6 or 7 done, but I don't know if I'll hit 8.
Just pick up
But either
just
way,
the Sanderson one. Just pick it up.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
try. I'll try it today, and I'll let you know how it goes. Sorry,
All right,
everybody. We're back.
back to our okay, so this one for me is so very important, right? Because I have props. Well, I only have one prop because it's on my desk. This one,
Uh,
Oathbound. Yes. Legendborn. I am going to finish the series. As you see, yes, it is on my desk. I did start reading it and then I put it down so that I could read our book club pick.
yeah.
Book club book, book club pick, whichever one. I was reading that one and I finished it, and then somehow I fell into Poppy War. I don't know how that happened.
She
I
didn't fall
fell.
in, she dove in.
Like I tripped and fell into
No.
Poppy War. It just smacked me in my face.
She's been
and
teasing this book for
I
months.
and I was supposed to be finishing Oathbound, but I will finish it probably this month, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna get finished soon though.
Good.
But that was on my list.
My next one is Murderbot because I'm behind. Um, it's I think I'm on book 5, and there are 7, but I think the new book comes out in like May. So I'm trying to get caught up so that I can read that when it comes out.
Uh-uh.
Quit
Nope.
fix your face.
No.
This is why. Look,
uh
you shit on my book, and then that's why you're reading Poppy War over there by yourself.
oh, but it's so good. I love it. All right, the next one. I'm going to save the next one because we have together. So I'm going to save that one and I'm going to jump to Harry Potter. I am on book 3 in Harry Potter, which is a huge accomplishment because I could hardly get through 1 and 2, but I made it.
Yeah,
And you said
I
3
don't
is
like the
much,
first 2
much
books.
better. So I'm excited to read book 3.
Book 3 is where it's at. That's when it starts to
Okay.
get good.
Okay. I'm excited. I don't remember the name. That's
Hopefully,
the prisoner of Azkaban?
So close. Azkaban.
Azkaban, okay. I don't know, I'm just going off the top of my head, I didn't put that in our thing. I just knew it was
That's
book
fine.
3, Prisoner of
It is
something.
book 3. It was one of my it used to be my favorite book. That's since changed, but, it is a really,
Okay,
really good book.
okay. The next
Alright.
one we have together, we actually have the same.
We
We
do.
might as well do it. Yeah.
Red Rising, we're
Mm,
both on book 2,
yes.
and
Mhm.
if I were brave enough, and I'm not, um yeah, I am. Give me a second. There we go.
See, you got
I
the
picked it up the other
book.
day. It's
See,
the library, but yeah.
but why didn't you read that one yet?
Because at the end of book 1, I was like, "Do I liked it. Do I wanna keep
Mhm.
going? I don't know," and then everybody said it's so much better. I was just in the library, and I don't like walking out of the library without something in my hand. So, I couldn't find any of the new releases I was looking for, so I was like, "Ah, let me grab this one." So, I grabbed book
Okay,
2.
so far those are 2 books that could get you out of your slump. 2.
You don't know that.
Uh-huh. I do, because they're books that Ashley is recommending, and Ashley books always pull people out of slumps.
You are so full of yourself today, you know that?
Blame
You
it
didn't
on the
even have any
snow.
coffee. What are you doing over there? You slap happy.
It's these Oreos.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
So we both are
man.
on book 2, but I
Mhm.
feel like that's the perfect time to say, well, A, I don't wanna start it. Here's what'll happen. If I read the book,
Mhm.
you won't read the book anytime soon.
No, I'll read it.
It
I'm
eventually.
waiting for you.
No, please, I will fly
Yes.
past you.
Well, that's why I have to know when you're reading it because, yeah, you'll fly past me, but I'll read at my pace, and then then I'll come back with my millions of questions, but at least I'm reading it.
Listen, I'm surprised I didn't get more questions when you're reading Red Rising about all the genetic manipulation and everything. I thought for
No,
sure
I
that was where
did.
you were
I
jumping
did
out.
tell you. I did tell you. I was like, "What am I reading?" I'm like, What are they doing to jeans?" I was like, "This is disgusting." And then at the same time, I listened to the dramatic audio of it. You know
Yeah,
how they have the dramatic. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." But of course, you can't like read with your eyes and do the dramatic at the same time. So I just listened to it, and I'm like, "Oh, this is really cool." So
I
yeah.
did the same one. I like them. I do have issues with those, dramatized
Mhm.
audios because sometimes the sound effects take away from the damn book. I can't hear what
Mhm.
they're saying.
Mhm.
They had, like,
But it's
drills
still so
going and stuff
exciting.
in that one, like, wars and grunting,
But it's
and
still so exciting though.
it was a
Maybe
good book.
that's
I
what
I did like it.
you know what? Maybe that'll help me finish up some of my books if I get the dramatized audios or whatever. All right, next one. I'm just chit-chatting. Hunger Games, the prequels. I read the trilogy. Stop laughing at me. I read the trilogy. Okay, so the first 3 books, but I still need to read the Ballad of Songbird and Snakes and Sunrise on the Reaping.
I am not reading Ballad. I watched the movie, and that's good enough for me, and,
Mhm.
I will be reading Sunrise on the Reaping before it comes out, so
Maybe that'll be
summertime.
another book. Maybe that'll be another one.
I do wanna read it, and we talked about that before. I've heard it's
Mhm.
just so good. It was just ripping up awards all year here, so
I'm
hopefully I'll get
excited.
to it before November.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get to it before November.
I hope
Maybe
so.
it'll be a book club pick because technically you don't need to know anything before you read it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You're like, "No, I
Most of
tried."
the people in our
Alright.
book club, I think, probably already picked it up. They seem
So they can reread
I
it.
think Shalane read it,
They can
yeah,
reread it.
listen, I'm moving on. We're moving on here. Drink your water and Oreo. Um, Dungeon Crawler Carl, I'm on book
Mhm.
4. So I wanna get caught up with this series. We got a new book coming out this year, I think this year, and I just wanna finish this up because it's a lot of fun. They're really easy to get through. However, sometimes I just gotta be in the right mood because it's, like, so silly and wild and crazy, and the books get
Mhm.
longer. Like, the first book's like a normal sized book, second book maybe a little
Mhm.
thicker. By book 4, this sucker's, like, 600 pages. Like, it's a lot. So, I'll get around to it.
No comment. I was gonna say
No,
no comment.
you
No,
aren't reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. No questions, no nothing.
absolutely not. Nope, I'm not reading it. I have no interest in reading it. I was just trying to figure out how they keep adding more and more to these books because it's all the same. Okay, no comment. Okay, next book for me, I have Children of Blood and Bone. Book 2 is where I currently am. Um, but that was from like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
So,
3 or 4.
yeah,
Yeah, it
it
might have been
has to be
4.
read because we keep saying we're gonna read it and we just don't pick it up.
I've
Like, it's
got
not
book
even a
2. I
thought.
did get through book 2, and I was planning on going straight into book 3.
Mhm.
It's wonderfully written. I love the world building, but something just doesn't draw me back to the next book after it.
That's kinda how I feel with book 2 because it's like I read book 1, it broke my heart, and then it's like, I don't wanna go back because it's not the same.
Book 2 is a more of the same, to be honest. It kinda just drags it out a little bit. By the end
Mhm,
of that, there's a little twist, and then it's like
mhm,
that's what's supposed to get you eager to read book 3, but it's like, I've
mm,
seen this story done with other characters in other worlds, so, like,
mhm,
I feel like I know where it's going, but
okay.
I would like to finish it out. I've got it on my shelf, and then it'd just be completed. I just need to get to it too.
Yeah, I think for me, I think I'll probably pick it back up when the show comes out. I think
W
that
Is it
is
still
because
coming?
yeah, I think they're making it now, so I think in, like, a year or 2, maybe we should get something. So maybe I'll pick that back up when I know the show is actually going to come out, because I did find that I really enjoy reading the book first and then watching a show, like, especially with, His and Hers. I absolutely loved reading the book and then turning around and reading it. So I think that's the pattern I'm gonna take, for some of these adaptations. So I think that one will probably wait until I get a heads up for the next one.
Yeah, I'm not seeing says it was they told in January 2025 that, they got casting and everything else, so it's probably
Mhm.
2027. It feels like it.
Okay. That makes sense.
That's not too bad. I'd like
Mhm.
to finish it and then way before then, but we'll see. All right, this is my last one. So Wayward Pines by
Mhm.
Blake Crouch. I read after I took my friend's recommendation about Project Hail Mary, and
Mhm.
he said it was his favorite book ever. And then he said, "Hey, my next favorite by this author is this. You're gonna love it. You're not gonna expect it." And let me tell you, I was reading that when we were in Myrtle, and I finished it on the way home, and I'm like, What just happened?" It went from like, "Okay, I see where we're going, like, whatever. You can give me a couple twists here. Maybe you do this," to just straight up, and it just 90-degree angle threw me for a loop, and I was like, "Oh my goodness. Yeah, I need book 2. I need book 3." And then I just didn't pick them up. So
That's
so that finishes out, or do you have another one? Are you done?
I actually have an honorable mention. Okay,
Okay.
so there are 2 books that I need to finish in a series, right? So we didn't talk about ACOTAR. I have the 5th book, the last one. I drawing a blank. I can't. What is the last one?
A Court of Silver Flames.
Okay, so A Court of Silver Flames. I need to finish that one, and then I also need to read the last book in Fourth Wing, Onyx Storm. The only thing is, I don't think I'm in a rush to read those. I don't think I don't know. It's just they're there. They're the last books, but I do know that Fourth Wing is supposed to have another one, so maybe I'll wait closer to when that one's announced. I think it's gonna be, like, another 2 years before that one comes out. And then ACOTAR, they haven't said anything about the next book. There's supposed to be a 6th.
She moved on and she is writing it. I seen
Mhm.
on her Instagram or something, um, like the initials and everything. Like she has a
Yeah,
finished
like,
manuscript, I think.
the draft was submitted, so maybe it'll come next year? So maybe I'll
Yeah,
read it
maybe.
towards the end of the year, but I'm in no rush to read those 2. I just wanted to
If
mention them though, because you know.
editing Caleb was good enough, I would go back and find our audio from 2024, 2025, when
Mhm.
Onyx Storm was released, and you were like, oh, I can't wait. I think I'm gonna start it, blah, blah. And you were just crazy about it. And now
It's on
a
my
whole
shelf,
year later, and you haven't you've touched it a couple times. I think you've
and I
picked it
keep
up to
putting it
start
back down.
reading, and then you keep putting it
Mhm.
back down.
I've picked it up 3 times already, and I keep putting it down.
Hey, that was the lucky charm with Bury Our Bones. Took you 3 times.
I'm not rushing to read that one. I'll get there when I get there. Maybe sometime in
That's
the
fair.
summer. That'll probably be sometime in the summer, because I gotta make sure I stay up on my other assignments and stuff like that, so
That's fair.
probably in the summer. Mhm.
So as long as it took us to get through that section, they'll get faster because with each one, that was 6 books, that 6
Uh-huh.
series we want to finish. The next
Uh-huh.
one is 5. 5 series we want to start. And
Yes.
I think this one will be fun because a lot of these are ones I've never mentioned before. So,
And some of mine I have mentioned, some of mine are new. So
yeah.
this part was fun. For someone who does not read series, this part was actually kind of fun to do.
So my first one is the Bloodsworn Saga by John Gwynne, The Shadow of the Gods. Got a big dragon on the cover. It's everywhere. It's all over Book Talk. Everybody always talks about it. I bought it because I had a gift card for Christmas, so I bought actually 2 of the 3 books that I have on here.
Is that the shadow
Yeah,
one? That's on my Kindle.
yeah. It's the language is a little tough. It's like
Uh-huh.
Vikings.
Okay.
So it was difficult for me to get like the audio
Mhm.
going and like feeling comfortable with it. I was like, nope, not the Brian mindset, especially when I'm in a slump. No.
Mhm.
So I put it down for now, but I am going to try and pick that one up and get through all 3 books this year.
That one actually is legitly everywhere. Somehow I
Oh yeah.
managed to put it on my Kindle. I don't know, like, I actually used one of my Kindle Unlimited books for it.
Listen, Kindle Ashley is a different person than Ashley because Kindle Ashley be picking up anything.
You never
Should
know
be
what you wanna
stuffing her
read.
Kindle.
You never know. Alright,
No.
my next one, we already kinda mentioned it. Well, I hinted at it, because I clearly fell into it, but Poppy War. I have started, book 1 in the Poppy War series, and I really am loving it. So it just fits and works right for the prompt because, like I said, I fell into it. I don't know what happened. I just Kindle opened and went right to it.
You're so dramatic. I fell in it, but it's been on every book poll for the last 6 months.
Because
Um,
it was supposed to be read. It's calling to me for some reason. I don't know. It's just like, read me, read me.
how's the language going? It's is it high? High language?
No, this is one of the easiest reads. This is easier to read than Mistborn.
That's to me, that's wild because if the other book I read from R.F. Kuang
Mm-mm.
was insane.
Remember, okay, so what's the thing? And here we go on another tangent. You do the how many read the first page or first chapter. What is the rule you have when you do the read it or unhaul it or whatever? What is it you
Uh,
have?
I don't I don't do that.
There was
I've seen
something
people
you
do it.
did. There
I
was
do
something.
first chapter,
Uh-huh.
but it I did that with the 3 books that I have now, but when you're in a slump, you could read the first book and it just don't matter. It's not gonna break you out the slump. It really is
You'll
like a
read it.
mental block. So I will get to it. I am excited for Poppy War. I
Hmm.
own it all on Kindle. So I just after reading Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, I was like, I'm not smart enough to read
You
this
can't
lady's
compare
books.
them. You can't compare them because it's
And that's
nothing
what I'm
like
hoping
it.
to hear.
Hmm. Yep, you can't compare them at all. Completely
Okay.
separate, different books. 'Cause if I can pick it up
Then
and read it, then that's something. Cause I don't read a lot of fantasy, and I'm already at 50%, and I just started this book 2 days ago.
no, you're not.
Mhm.
See, here's another thing, y'all, that y'all don't know. Ashley sucks at telling me details about what's going on. She's like, "Yeah, I picked up this, and then I picked up this," and then it just sounds very passive. And the next thing you know, she's talking about. She's like, "Yeah, I really like that book," and I'm like, "What do you mean? Did you finish it?" You
Uh-huh.
never update me on these things. 50%. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's why I told you it's good. I'm at 50%.
All right. Well, I'll stop joking on you then, because actually, you're taking it pretty dang seriously if you're at 50% already. Shoot.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I told you.
All
It's
right.
good.
I'll cut you a break.
Okay. All right. Go
Uh,
ahead. Next one.
my next book is The Nevernight Chronicles by Jay Kristoff. And I picked this up because I've looked at the cover quite a few times. It's a crazy cover. Okay. She's like
Mhm.
on the cover holding a dagger and there's a blood on it. She's got a mask on. And the reason I picked it up is because Jay Kristoff just did a Target exclusive edition and they
Mhm.
asked for trigger warnings. And he wrote this really long comedic trigger warning list. It's about assassins. Um, he's like, there's teens, having consensual sex. And if you have a problem with that, I just want to remind you, these are assassins. They kill people. And he's going through all these things. And at one point he
Okay.
goes, there's footnotes. I feel like I need to mention that because some people have problems with footnotes. And the footnotes, for the record, are kind of annoying. I didn't realize I had a problem with footnotes
Mhm.
until now, but I did start the book, but it's told, you're going to love this. It's told with dual POVs within one individual chapter, and it goes back and forth. The only way to tell the difference, if you're not paying attention, is that one is in italics and one is not. It is hard to follow.
I would immediately close it.
After the first chapter, I was like, it was in the italics were like in the past or in the future, so
Mhm.
they were different time, and that's why we were trying to doing it. It was so hard to follow. I was like, no, if I'm already
Is
in a slump,
there
don't give me something hard to do.
is there a it's the audio. Is the audio like switch back and forth or
It does, and it doesn't break. So after that
oh.
last thing where it switches, it doesn't like give you a breather and then do something. It just
Mhm.
goes boop, like that's the next paragraph because there's a gap on the page, but there's not like
Mhm.
a any kind of divider, page break. It's just
Oh.
here's a gap, here's the next paragraph, and that's how you know it's changing back and forth. So it is difficult, but I am going to
No.
pick this one up.
Mm-mm. Nope. Next one, Throne of Glass series for me. I want to read the Throne of Glass series.
You and Emily both.
Yep. I think I like it more because it doesn't have as much of the romance
Yeah.
like ACOTAR. And I think that might be my jam.
Everybody else says that that one is one of their favorites because ACOTAR is
Mhm.
very romance heavy. It's romantasy, and then you've got
Mhm.
Crescent City, which everybody seems to really hate that one.
I think I might like it. I'm gonna try it. You know I am. I'm gonna try it. I am up for trying them. I'm just
Up for
over
trying.
I'm over romantasy at this point. I don't.
I think that one's still in the romantasy realm for Crescent City. I think Throne of Glass is,
Mhm.
I think, no, I don't want to say that. I don't think it's YA, but it's definitely different. She was writing different fantasy when she put that out versus when she put out ACOTAR.
No, I don't think that one is the romance heavy one. That was supposed to be the ACOTAR, and then you go into the other one, it was supposed to be more action packed. And then the last one, I don't know what that falls into.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's like angels and demon. It looks and sounds really cool. The books are I love the covers, but
The covers are
everybody
awesome.
says it's a challenge.
I'm
So,
gonna try it. Oh yeah, there's fallen angels and stuff in there.
yeah,
So
which
it's the
that
House of
intrigues
Earth
me.
and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, and House of Flame and Shadow. Those are the 3 books.
They love a blank and blank and blank. They
Uh-huh.
love all
But you
romantasy
can't
and stuff.
but for these, you can't read these supposedly until after you read all the ACOTARs from what I've told, because there's supposed to be some type of overlap between Crescent City series and ACOTAR series.
Oh, I've not heard that.
Mhm.
Okay,
Which is why I'm trying to make myself finish, Silver Flames, but I don't think I wanna finish it.
finish it. Because then the new one's going to come out and you're going to want to read that one and be like, oh, but I got to read this last one. Yeah, no, just read it.
I don't know. We'll see.
You'll get to it. And also, I did not miss the books, Miss Notion Queen over here. I know, I
I
seen them.
I just wanted to make sure because we've missed before, so I just wanted to
We
make
have.
sure you knew.
I was saving that because I've mentioned this one before, but
Mhm,
um, Daughter of Crows was in my anticipated list for 2026. It comes out, I think, in March or May by Mark
mhm.
Lawrence, and it's a new series after his library trilogy, which I really did enjoy. And I'm looking to see something a little darker, and so I'm
Mhm.
hoping to get that from this series here. So I'm excited for that one.
Okay, sweet. For me, I also have a repeat. I keep talking about it over and over again. This is going to be the year that it happens. I even said the same thing in our look ahead for the year.
Hmm.
I will read at least one of the books in Priory of the Orange Tree series. Um, which one? I don't know. I have both of the two books here at home currently. So one of those books will be read. I don't know yet.
Okay, I hope you get to it. I I can see Emily's copy of it over there, and no,
I've picked it up a couple times. Like, I know I think it was like November of last year I picked up Priory. It was like in between our book
yeah,
club stuff, and I picked it up and I started reading and I'm like, "Oh, this is actually not too bad." And then I was like, "Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be reading this." So then I closed it and went back to what we were supposed to read for, the 5 before the end or whatever.
yeah.
So then I went back to that, but I have picked it up and it reads, well from what I've read. I just need to do it.
And then I think it's my no, I have 2 more. Um, the next one I have is Joe Abercrombie. The Devils is what I read from him this year, and so I was at Goodwill the other day,
Mhm.
and
You and that
I l
Goodwill.
I know. Every time I'm in office, I
It's
go
so
over there and I find
dangerous.
something. I found all 3 books in the
Mhm,
First Law trilogy, by Joe Abercrombie there. One of them has a slight tear on the binding, but I'll just
mhm.
glue that up there, and they're in really good shape.
That's
And,
good.
for $10 to get all 3, like, 500, 600-page books, yeah, I snatched them suckers up. I don't even know it is grim dark fantasy,
Mhm,
which sounds intriguing, but it can also be a bit much sometimes,
mhm,
so, like, I'm gonna have to be in the right mindset, and that's one that I know that I have to read 1, 2, and 3. I can't read
mhm,
1 and then go away for a while because I won't come back.
mhm.
So, I wanna do that this year.
You'll definitely read 'em. The next one you actually read of mine and pretty much told me that I would probably like them. So,
You
I am
will.
taking Caleb's recommendations for the Hierarchy series, which I did not know was the Hierarchy series until I was looking for the name of it. But I will be reading this year, definitely will be reading on my list The Will of the Many and the Strength of the Few by James Islington.
Yep.
So I am really excited to read that. It's going to happen.
They if you liked Red Rising, you're gonna love The Will of the Many because they're
Hmm.
very similar.
I
Um,
I think I'll actually like buy the books for those though. Like I feel like I just want them on my shelf. They just feel trophy like. I haven't even read them yet, but they feel trophy like.
Strength of the Few gets a little more sci-fi-y, fantasy-y that,
Hmm.
takes a minute. There's, like, different timelines, different,
Hmm.
like, it's hard to explain, but it makes it a little more challenging to read, but, the ending of that one has me hype for book 3, so, yeah, I'm glad you're gonna pick
Oh,
that up.
there's a book three?
Yeah, there will be.
Okay,
It's
see,
not
when
out
I
yet,
looked it
but
up
yeah.
on Kindle, it only had books 1 of 2 and 2 of 2, so it had it set as a duology. So knowing that it's gonna be a 3rd is even more exciting.
From the way that it ends, I would assume it's
Mhm.
gonna be book 3, so it better be,
Okay.
or I need to revisit and I got something wrong. Uh,
Oh, we'll see.
I'll look it up. Alright, my next one, and this is the
Mhm.
last one, is, the Lacanius trilogy by James Islington. It's his
Mhm.
series before, the Hierarchy series, and so it starts with, The Shadow of What Was Lost, and it's more of a it's definitely fantasy, epic fantasy, and it has more of a, I don't even know how to begin there's gods, there's fallen gods, there's a city built out of the bones of the gods. It's got such a cool premise.
Oh, I've seen these.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna be picking that one up for sure. I bought the book. That was one of the books I bought with my gift card, so I got book 1 already, and, I'm so excited for it.
That's the one with the Shadow of What Was Lost, right?
Yes, that's
Okay,
book
that's
one.
in my Kindle. Yeah. I don't
Of
know what
course it is.
happened. It actually says borrowed on December 18th of 2025, so I don't know what I was doing on December 18th, but it's totally in my actual Kindle Unlimited ones that I've snatched, so
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, at
I
least
don't know.
it's just Kindle Unlimited. It's not you didn't
Mhm.
pay $20 for it like I did.
If hey, you never know. If it goes on sale, I'll buy it. That's what they get me with those 99 cents and those $1.99 books every time. Every
I guess
time.
that's me
I've
at the
bought
Goodwill bookstore,
series.
so I'm really no different.
I have bought series. That's why I have so many on here because I get those stinking emails every day. Thank you, by the way. But I get those emails every single day, and those like, "Ooh, look what's on sale," and it'll be 99 cents,
I delete
$1.99.
the emails immediately. I don't even open them
They get me every time.
because a lot of times it's not books that I have any interest in.
Oh, they get me every time. There's always
That's
some. There's
funny.
always at least one. Always at least
Your
one.
algorithm's better than mine.
Hmm. All right, my last one is actually something that I really don't know what it's about, but I see them everywhere. I hope it's not romantasy. If it is, I'm just
It's
gonna
not.
scratch it off. But it's An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir.
Sabbath here. Yep.
Sabaa Tahir. Okay, so I said it right. Thank you. Um, I don't know. I don't know what it's about. It looks like it's a good fantasy book. There's 4 books, and I wanna read them. I'm gonna give it a try.
I own book one because
Mhm,
Emily bought it at some point at half
mhm,
price because she wanted to read it. And
mhm.
we were organizing bookshelves. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I owned this. She was like, that's my book. I'm like, not anymore. This is my book. It's on my shelves now.
Say it's mine
Um,
now.
because I wanted to pick up Air,
Mhm.
Heir, when it came out in 2024, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's by the same author, but I found out it's in a shared universe with Ember in the Ashes. So I
Oh,
didn't want
see,
to
I
go
didn't
into it
know
without
that.
reading those.
I didn't know that. Okay,
Book 2 is coming out,
so
I think, this year for that. So I want to get Ember in the Ashes done so that I can read those 2.
yeah, Ember in the Ashes looks really good. I liked the summary that I read, and I said I'll give it a try. It's one of those
I
new
think
ones that
yeah,
you just give it a try.
I think it'll be good.
Mhm. Yeah.
Alright, so next section is
4.
4 series for me that I need the next book in, but kinda
Mhm.
just general books for you. You don't do a lot of series, we talked about that, so these are books
Mm-mm.
that you just really can't wait for.
Well, I will add a small slight disclaimer that I did put 2 books in here that I needed, but I'm not looking forward to them. So I put mine for 4 books that I need right now. Like, I am fighting myself not to pick up these 4 books because it's happening.
Well, kick us off.
All right, so the first one, well, I mean, I already kinda said it, so I'm gonna get my 2 out of the way. Book 4 of Fourth Wing, To Be Determined, and book 4 of Legendborn series, To Be Determined. Those are the books that I need right now because I don't need them, but I need them.
You're too literal sometimes, you know that? It's like, okay, we get it, uh, but yeah, just put something down.
Yeah, I need them, but I don't need them.
Yeah,
So
I get
I'll
it.
let you kick off yours, and then I'll go into the
My
books that I absolutely like am fighting myself to pick up right now.
That's fair. Mine, we've already talked about the Hierarchy series. Um,
Mhm.
as far as I knew, it was 3 books. If it's only 2, y'all, I got a problem, and I need to go back and figure out what I did wrong while reading book 2.
Mhm.
But I want that finale, what I think is the finale to the Hierarchy series, and if nothing else, I need more from this author. So I
Mhm.
one way or another, I'm getting more of that. Okay, I needed to make myself feel a little bit better. So I did look it up. There will be a book 3. It's called The Justice of One. So,
Oh.
and it does not have a release date yet. So we will be getting a 3rd book in the hierarchy. I'm not crazy.
Okay. No, that's actually really exciting because I already said, like, I'm gonna read book 1 and book 2, so knowing that there's a book 3, I'm actually a little excited for someone who does not read series, right? Okay.
I'll make a series person out of you before long.
All right, so I had to grab it. I just couldn't help it because I'm fighting myself not to pick up this book, Caleb. The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. Like,
You can start it in 6 days.
I can't wait 6 days.
Not even a week.
I have the audiobook queued up and everything. Like,
It's kind of a chunker. He's kinda thick.
Yeah, you didn't know it was that big?
No. My copy's
Yeah.
not that big. I got paperback.
Uh-huh, and then I got it from, BAM. It was
I
in
see
the
the
back. I got it
bargain
for
books.
$7. We might as say $8. That's pretty good, but I can't wait to read this one.
Damn, did you get large print? That is way bigger than mine.
Nope, regular print.
Okay.
Uh-huh. I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's funny. We decided to read books for February for Black History Month, and you're doing that one, and I'm doing Go Tell It on the Mountain. Go Tell It on the Mountain's like this thick. It's like
Y Yeah,
tiny.
you'll be done in no time. That's probably gonna be all of February for me,
You say
but
that, but I was halfway through it and had to DNF it last year. There was
Mhm.
something about my mindset at the time. I just couldn't get through it.
Well, I'm fighting myself not to pick it up. Literally fighting myself. It stares at me every day, and it's like, "Pick me up. Pick me up."
6 days. You're almost there. You can do it.
We'll see.
My next one, and this is when I say a book that I need the next book on, this is one. I read Gideon the Ninth, the Locked Tomb series by Tamsin Muir,
Mhm.
and then was just absolutely obsessed. Now, I would like to preface this for anyone who dare read Gideon the Ninth in that series. You're going to be confused, and you're going to be confused in every book. You're going to be confused when you reread the book, and you're like, how? I know what's happening. How am I still confused? And that's on purpose. And they're done so wonderfully well to confuse you, but then everything falls into place at the very end, and you're like, boom, done. I need the next
Mhm.
book. The next book changes everything about the book that you just read. Setting, dynamics, characters, like everything changes. By the third book, you're like, what is happening? Where is this going? Well, there's a fourth book that has a title and is supposed to been released in 2024 and then
Mhm.
2025 and now it's 2026 and we still don't have this book. And this author doesn't write other things. I do believe there was some health issues, so I hope
Mhm.
everything is okay, but I'm gonna need this book. Okay, I'm gonna need this book now because I need to complete the series. Or just give me this book and keep writing them because I love it, but
Mhm.
I need a conclusion. I thought book 3 was gonna give it to me, and then I found out there's a 4th book. And,
Isn't
oh
that always
god,
how it goes? You think like it's gonna be the end, and they're like, "Aha, I got you. There's another
yeah,
one,
because the
and
3rd book
another
ends
one."
and you're just like, "What the hell just happened?"
Mhm.
And so, I knew there needed to be another one after that, so I did confirm, yeah, Alecto the Ninth is the name of the final book. Where's it at? Okay.
You know, it's actually kind of funny that you just said like the "Where is it at?" because I have been waiting on one book since the beginning of January, and it keeps getting pushed back and back and back and back. But it is, and this is not even one of the books that I have listed, but it just popped in my head. The next book, what is the Falling Moons?
It's, Ballad of Fallen Dragons, I think it is.
Where did I get Fallen Moons from? Thank you for knowing
Mhm.
exactly what I was talking about.
When the Moon Hatched. You got Moon from there and Falling from there, so there you go, Falling Moons.
There we go. That works. I'm making up my own books. But it kept getting pushed back. Like I remember it was supposed to be in January, and then it didn't come out in January, and then it got pushed to like April, and then it got
Mhm.
pushed to May, and it just keeps
I
getting
think it's
pushed
in June
further and
now.
further and further. And it's as weird as it is, one of the books that is I guess it got republished, I think. The book that I showed you, I don't even know the name of it. I can't think of it. But the book that I showed you that got delivered in the mail for me, I
Yeah,
thought it was supposed to be the arc of the book I was looking for, and it's an arc of the book that's already been printed, but I guess is republished because everywhere has it published as a new book of hers. And I'm like, "This
yeah.
book is not new. This book is old."
That's what got me with a couple things. I was reading, TJ Klune, that book that came out last year, and I'm like, "Why does this feel like he's not as good in this book?" Well, it turns out it was a
Mhm.
self-published book that got picked up and republished.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that made sense.
The Ballad of Falling Dragons. It's
Yeah.
Moonfall series, book 2, May 19th, 2026 is what's in Kindle.
Moonfall. Okay, I didn't know that was the name of the
Uh-huh.
series. So
Yeah,
you
and
were
I was
right,
looking.
kinda.
Yeah, I was looking to see what the other book was called, but it's not even in Kindle. Oh yeah, it is. To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. It's being like it came out in 2021, but I guess it got republished. So now
Okay.
everyone's marketing it as it's a new book. I'm like, no, this book is old.
Get Sarah her money.
It's old. I want to read the new book. I don't want
Well,
that one.
guess what?
I
You
want
gotta
the
wait.
Falling Moons.
It's not even on your list. Move on.
Hush.
This was supposed to
Next
be a short
one.
episode.
It's not gonna be. All right, so I'm gonna combine my two because you're almost done with yours. So I have two arcs that I am fighting myself to read, which rightfully so, I should be reading them because they are advanced reader copies. But I have
One
with
comes
love
out in
from
2 days.
I have With Love from Harlem by Rashonda Tate that comes out in 2 days. Thank you, Caleb. And then I also have Keeper of Lost Children, which comes out on February 10th. Both of them, I am fighting myself not to read. I don't know why, but I'm fighting myself not to read.
You fighting yourself. Ain't nobody fighting with you. Read your book.
No, I want to finish Poppy War first.
Priorities.
Yes, priorities.
My next one is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I talked about that a minute ago because I want to read that First Law trilogy by this author. There is
Mm-hmm.
no book 2 yet announced, but I'm really hoping it wasn't a standalone. And for the record, Goodreads says The Devils #1, so it's alluding to the fact that it's a series. I need
Mm-hmm.
another book because the first one, it took me a minute to get into. The characters were kind of like, okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then by the end of it, I'm like, I'd read more of these. So I'd
Okay.
like to get another one from him.
Okay. Not a book that I would pick up,
No,
but yeah.
correct.
Um, so I want to say thank you to Book of the Month for giving me the wrong book, right?
Not a new book
But
either.
no, it's not a new book because it's the books we love. So they have this thing going on with books that they love, and they're like really old books. Well, somehow I managed to get this and Red City in the same package, right? We all know how I feel about Red City. Okay. So I have a free copy for anybody who wants Red City. It's going to be like a giveaway, I'm sure, because I don't want that book. But however, they gave me this one, The Secret History. I want to read this book. It's actually like a Mr. Thriller type of book.
Yeah, I think it falls technically into the thriller category, but it's got a big mystery. Everybody says it's really good. I've never read it either. It's one of those books that
I
everybody
want to
hyped up
read it.
just before like Book Talk kind of took off, and then it was hyped up enough that I was like, yeah, I'll get around to it, but I'm not beating down the door to get to it.
Yeah, see, the thing is with me, this book for some reason is like screaming winter to me because, clearly we're snowed in and the snow just keeps falling. And again, I'm telling myself not to pick this one up because it just looks like one you can just cozy up on the couch and just keep on flipping. But yes, I do want to read this book, and this is one of the books that I'm fighting myself not to read.
Okay.
Yes.
My last one is the last book. Oh, well, hopefully the last book in the Alex Stern series, The Ninth House, which you just loved.
It
Um,
was great.
I loved it, and I loved book 2. And so book 3 is called Deadbeat, and it is coming out later this year. We don't have a cover yet, so it'll be a blank
Mhm.
one. I talked about it in the last episode too, but it's one
Mhm.
like I love Alex Stern. I love that whole series, so I am beating down the doors to get this one.
Okay. No, that's cool.
Yeah,
Mm,
easy
I'm
peasy.
I don't wanna read that one. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you
I
just
made it
keep your
through I made it through the first one.
historical fiction books over there to yourself, and I'll read the good stuff.
Clearly, because 'cause I'm all about historical fiction this year. I think I would just back in my home.
You are. All right, next section.
3.
3
I hope you put
authors,
the big 3 and, the numbers in the middle when you edit
Sesame
this.
Street style. I got you.
Yes,
Um,
that would be awesome.
3 authors we want to read more from. So kick us off.
Yeah, I did a rapid fire when I did these, and the first 3 that were
Do
on
it.
my mind were S.A. Cosby, Alice Feeney, and Kristen Hanna.
Honestly, great list. Great
I
list.
rapid fired them.
I had a different approach to mine. Mine were people that I've had just like a little tinge to that I want more of.
Mhm,
So, I haven't read but a little bit from this. So James Islington, we talked about that. I want that.
mhm,
Joe Abercrombie, he's already on my list. And then
mhm.
M.L. Wang, who wrote Blood Over Bright Heaven, that I loved. And then there's the series standalone called Sword of Kaigen. And those are the only 2 books that this author's written. So I'm picking up Sword of
Oh,
Kaigen.
I didn't know that Sorta Kaigen, ML Wang wrote that one.
Yep. So that was their
Oh,
first big hit. And I think it was self-published or it was is indie published of some sort, and then it kinda just blew up. So I'm sure we'll be seeing a little more of that now that they're traditionally published.
okay, so what's going on because our book list is very similar because I didn't know
Because
that
'Cause you're
ML
getting some common
Wang
sense.
really? That was harsh.
Reading
No,
the good
I'm just
stuff.
no, I didn't realize that ML Wang actually wrote that book because I kept seeing the sort of Kaigen everywhere, and I'm like, "Oh, that one does look like it'll be a good one." And then I don't remember his name, but I really like his videos. He's the first one that really, like,
Yeah.
brought up Mistborn. I sent them to you. He was the first one that brought that up as one of his favorite series, and he also has the Sword of Kaigen and some other ones. Oh, he also talked about Red Rising, and I'm like, I really like his recommendations. I don't know about the Red City one he had, but however,
Yeah,
um,
that was he was in love with that book, and I'm like, "What
I'm
did we
like,
read different?"
yeah, I'm like, well, maybe you know what? Maybe that needs to be a reread.
No. Shut up.
No, okay, all right.
We're not rereading it, we're not continuing the series. Marie Lu, give me something else, but that ain't it.
Well, I thought it was worth a shot.
Shot down. Um, alright, our
2.
next one, 2. 2 books I wanna reread, and so
Mhm,
I looked at my shelves because when I was writing out my notes this morning, I was looking and yes, I did them this morning. Um,
mhm,
I was looking at my bookshelves, and my bookshelves are red at the top, unread at the bottom, and I need more bookshelves, let's just say that. Um, and I went back to me and my wife went on a retreat 2 or 3 years ago to New York. We rented a place up in the hills, and we just kind of hung out for a long weekend in a snowstorm. It was wonderful, and
mhm,
we both read Piranesi by, Susanna Clark, and
mhm,
this book is not for everybody, okay? But just understand that I love this book to my core. It is a character study. It's got some
mhm,
magical realism in it. Wonderful. And then we also read Starless Sea together. We were kind of reading to kind of we had just started to discover our love for reading again,
mhm.
and, we're like, "Let's do something together," one of those weird couple moments. But anyways, we both had an interest in reading Starless Sea. Starless Sea is one of those magical realism, speculative fantasies that you really got to pay attention to because it's really beautifully written, and there's
Mhm.
this kind of subtle magic to everything. But there's a lot of kind of connections you need to make, and there's the key, the sword, the bee. There's these symbols that play a lot into the story. So we
Ooh.
did a lot of that, and I felt like because we were reading it together, I had, like, this idea in my mind, like, I gotta know what the hell I'm talking about, so I was taking notes,
Mhm.
and I feel like it kinda diminished my experience to it. I loved it, 4 or 5 stars, but I feel like I need to reread that to give it the love that it deserves, so I'm gonna try and reread that. Maybe not this year, but maybe this year, I don't know.
I didn't know that, they wrote Night Circus.
Yes, I also have that
I didn't know
downstairs.
that. I didn't know that, and I hear so much about the Night Circus. Um, I didn't know that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so that one is Aaron Morgenstern, I didn't say that, but it's,
Mhm,
Starless Sea by Aaron Morgenstern.
mhm.
What do you
Sweet.
got?
This was hard because I don't really wanna reread any books. Um, so I just went with When the Moon Hatched because clearly, the book is coming out and I need to reread it. And then Children of Blood and Bone. I mentioned both of them previously earlier in our, episode, but those are the only things that I really would reread.
I'm not a big rereader. Um,
No.
I think I reread maybe 1 book a year, and it's
Mhm,
just because I'm like usually I'm in a slump, and they tell you that's what you should do in a slump, is reread something because you'll get more out of it, and it should get you back in love with reading something. Well, I did that last year, and I did love it, but I did
mhm.
not break my reading slump when it happened.
No, the only reason I had those 2 because, like, I really couldn't figure out what to put in there, but yeah, I just threw those 2 in there.
I know you always like to try and refamiliarize yourself with a book if it's been a while since you read the previous book, so you'll reread it and then you'll go
Mhm.
on to the next one. So I think that's a good list. I think that makes sense.
And I got really smart, like, so I did that with Fourth Wing, where I was like, when Iron Storm that came out after Fourth Ring, right? Yeah, so I did Fourth Ring, and then I waited forever to read Iron Flame, so I went back to Fourth Wing, and I listened to the
Yeah.
dramatize of it, and then I read Iron Flame, which took me 1,001 years, and then Onyx Storm came out, and then I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna read all of them," so I read the recap on one through Kindle, and then I jumped and I read half of Iron Flame to prepare me for Onyx Storm, and I still didn't pick up Onyx Storm.
And then didn't read Onyx Storm. Okay.
Mm-mm. Nope.
That's okay.
I just wasn't interested in
Rereads are
staying
tough.
there, so yeah, they
That's fine.
are. They're so hard.
All right, let's finish this out. One. One book to recommend. What are you recommending?
I had to. The Women by Kristen Hanna.
It was your
I
book of
just I
2024 or whatever. You read it in December.
maybe
You
I
loved
need
it.
to reread that one again. I did. Maybe I need to reread.
No, you already put Kristen Hanna down on the books. You need to read new books from Kristen Hanna. She's got like 50.
They're on my Kindle. They're
Of
on my
course they
Kindle.
are. You're so ridiculous. All right, mine is my favorite book of all time. And yes, we've already have an episode. You can go back and listen to it. Neil Gaiman is
Mhm.
problematic. We all know he's got problems. But if you can find this where you don't support Neil Gaiman, you can borrow my book. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. It is The Ocean at the End of the Lane. It is one of my favorite books. It is my favorite book of all time. I recommend it to everybody. We'll find a way to get you to read it without giving the man some cash. He really needs to get it together. I don't, good Lord. We're not going back down that tangent because he pisses me off, but
No.
I still love his books. I still love the art. You separate the artist from the art because I do love that book. And
Mhm.
it is such a real, it's in this fantasy world, but there's something so raw and real about it. I just love it. I reread that one a couple years ago, maybe even last year, because I got the illustrated version of it when I went and did a meet and greet. And
Mhm.
it's such a beautiful copy. I was like, I can't just set this on my bookshelf and not read it. And so I did reread it and
Mhm.
fell in love with it even more. So,
See, it's just some books that you just read that just stick with you. And really just thinking of all the books that I read over the last few years, that is the one that just sits.
yeah.
And I don't even own a physical copy of it. Can you believe that? I don't have a physical copy of that book.
You know who has many copies of it? The Goodwill Bookstore.
No, I am not walking in that store. No.
It's so wonderful. 3, $4 for a book.
No, that's dangerous. I need to find somewhere to put the books that I don't want now.
Drop them off at the Goodwill Bookstore and pick up new
Will they
ones.
will they pay me for those or no?
No, they won't.
Oh, it's donations.
It's
Mm.
donations only, and, you can take it to Half Price Books. They'll give you about 13 cents store credit.
Yeah, no, I don't want that because I don't
It
no, I don't want that.
You can also
Mm-mm.
do, I did eBay for a couple books one time. It really wasn't worth the hassle. And then there's,
No.
book buybacks, sites online. You can scan it to see what they'll give you for it. Usually it's
Mhm.
like 2 to $3 a book, so nothing
I think
incredible.
what I'm gonna do is end up donating them. I wanna find so I did start this, random thought path that I had not too long ago, and, my heart is just so huge. I actually found a list of all the free libraries in our area. And I feel like I'm going to go through my list of, my piles of books that I have, and I'm going to unhaul them. And I'm going to go and put them in these random free libraries so that people can read these books.
That's a great idea.
I
I
think that
don't
is the one
unhaul
that
books
sits
very
with me.
often. If I'm getting rid of
I
a
have
book,
so many.
I hated it.
Mhm,
So I'm like, I wouldn't. Can I just throw it straight in the trash? Because I don't think other
mhm.
people should read this fucking thing. So
Oh my gosh.
that's usually what I'm donating. I've got one of those downstairs right now, and I'm just like,
No.
ooh, I can't stand this book.
No, there's just books that I have that I know I'm not gonna pick up, or even some books that I've got, like, obviously, I'm gonna keep my book of the month ones, except for Red City, that one's getting out of my house. But there's just books that I have that I mean, I bought them so long ago, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm never gonna reread this again.
Yeah,
Somebody else would love this." You know?
I feel you.
Like Wayward, for example. Book was great. I read it, but
Agreed.
I'm not going to read it again, so it needs a home.
I kept Wayward because it was like a 3-star for me, which was three
Mhm,
and a half, which was fine. It's still one that like is going to be on my list on my shelf. And then if I ever find somebody like, hey, I think you might like this book, and say they give it a 5-star, I'll tell them just to keep it. So that's why I
mhm.
keep some of my books to loan out to people, which admittedly
I
doesn't
don't have
happen
that
very
many
often.
friends. I don't have that many
Um,
friends that read books, Caleb. You are
well,
my only
find them.
friend that reads books.
That's not true. You know you're going to get yelled at when people watch this episode. You've got
I
book
know.
readers.
I know.
But how often do we see and talk to them? I get it, but
Yeah. Mhm.
you
But I
know,
think
put it
that's
on
what
our
I'm gonna do.
socials.
I think that's what
Do
I'm
a
gonna do.
giveaway.
I actually wanna do some giveaways, like, definitely, Red City has
We gotta
gotta
be
go.
careful because I know there are some rules publishers could get involved. So we can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out because I'm just gonna be like, "Alright, book for you, book for you, book for you." I'm ready to get them out. I need
Yeah, I
more
feel
room
you.
for some of these new books, like, the Thought Express one.
Oh
This is
yeah, the
Elsewhere
uh
Express.
yes.
That one's on its
S-
way. That's my first book purchase of the year. It's on its way, and I have no home for it.
that one's got to be displayed up front. Like you will need to see the
Right,
cover because it is
and
gorgeous.
I don't have a home for it. So I gotta get rid of some of these books because these new ones gotta come in. Hello.
Get it. We'll figure it out, y'all.
We
This was
will.
fun. We had a bunch of series that we needed to get through,
Mhm.
and more so for me. But I think I'm gonna convince you to be a series reader before long. You just got to find the right books. Fantasy's where it's at. You're getting more into fantasy. You'll be a series reader before long. Fix your face.
Maybe. Maybe.
You see, here's your problem before all the series, and I can attest to this. All the series that you were reading before, what were
Mhm.
they? Romantasy. See, that's not
Yeah,
for
see, that's the
you.
thing.
Not anymore.
I'm not a romanticy girly. Like, I'm over it. It's like
Yeah.
the same stuff each time, the slow burns and all of that. I don't like those.
It sometimes it ain't
Gotta
slow
save
burn.
gotta save the world. Yeah, sometimes it starts right on chapter 2. Um, gotta save the world and everything. There was actually a book where it did start on chapter 2, but we're not gonna go there. Put that one aside.
Please, I got 1 star in chapter 1. Eh, it was intense, but
Oh my
this was fun.
goodness. I'm glad we went ahead and went with the series resolutions for 2026.
Yeah, I was starting to
Mhm.
worry because we mentioned this before, like, it's so easy to just come up with episode ideas, and this last one, I was like, "I don't know what
Mhm.
we're gonna talk about," and then
Mhm.
we just share back and forth, videos and whatnot, and
Mhm.
you were the one that actually tagged it like, "Hey, this would be a good idea. We could just do an episode about this." And it
Mhm.
was supposed to be a short episode, y'all.
I didn't do it.
Oops.
I didn't do it. You went on a tangent.
You expect me to just be like, "So, 6 books, here they are."
Yep.
No. I need to tell you why I love these books. You can't just take my word. I'm not LeVar Burton. Don't take my word for it. Like, no, you need to tell me what I need to tell you what I loved about
And that's why you have to close this episode with the Reading Rainbow song. I'm just saying.
it. I'm not getting sued. Okay. We don't make any money now. I can't be, it would be so cool to have like Michael Treats, who's the new host of Reading
Mhm,
Rainbow, or LeVar Burton. Just mention it. Just mention
mhm.
us.
That would be so
It would make
awesome.
my life.
Oh, man, that's so great. Reading Rainbow was bomb. I gotta watch the other
I
one.
miss Reading Rainbow. They
I
have
know, it
a
was great.
he has a podcast, an adult podcast, like Reading Rainbow. Once a month, he does a book, and
Oh,
they're very Ashley books. I'll say that
that makes me nervous.
they're very they're kind of intellectual, and they have some historical aspects to it, or just seem a little more
Oh,
literary.
LeVar
They're
Burton reads.
definitely
I
yours.
thought he wasn't doing this anymore.
Oh
He
no, I
actually is
hope he
doing
is.
these? Oh, it doesn't wanna
I hope
load.
so.
Hold on. The last I see was 2024 in that one, unless it's a different one.
No, damn it. All right. Well,
Mhm.
it
Yeah, I
was
only see
so good.
2024.
You're
Hmm.
right. Well, I do miss that. Go back and check out old episodes because I got a couple. The Paper Menagerie by Ken Liu.
Mhm.
Um, and he does excerpts from it. I loved the way that one was told. It was part memoir, part like magical realism, where the paper origami that his mother used to teach him would come to life, and
Mm.
he had this paper dragon or paper tiger, and I loved the way that it was written. So
That reminds me of Watermoon that you still haven't read yet.
okay, don't throw shots at the end of the episode. Okay,
I'm just saying, you brought it up. You brought it up. I
I
just
was
had
talking about a
to.
totally different author.
Well, with the paper, there's paper animals and stuff in Watermoon.
We're gonna sign off because we're we're poking at each other now, and the episode's been long enough. But it was fun.
This was fun. This was a whole lot of fun. Now we can go
It
and cozy up and have reading marathons. Readathons. There we
we
go. Readathons.
we got another 6 or 7 inches gonna fall over the next couple hours, so we're just gonna cozy up and read our books.
And no school tomorrow. I do have to work, but no school tomorrow and probably not Tuesday either. It's supposed to be really
Yeah,
cold,
we'll
so
see.
we'll see how this goes.
All right. Well, until next time.
Happy reading. Bye.